Okay, we'll consider this day 2. We had some weather blow through the area here in the last 24 hours or so. While I get safetied up, I thought I'd just give you kind of a recap of where I am. Again, this is a short series of videos capturing me going through the learning process of learning how to ride an EUC, electric unicycle. I would say so far I've spent maybe a total of 2 hours. And here's what I've learned so far. Getting my foot on board to getting my feet planted is a pretty big leap. And thinking about the other sports, other activities I've had to learn, specifically what comes to mind is inline skating or a hoverboard or something like that. When I was getting on skates for the first time, also remember this learning how to ice skate, got a lot of forward back movement, not a lot of stability there, but I had stability on my outer feet. That's how I was able to gain balance. And with inline skating, I was able to put one foot in front of the other and be able to lean back and lean forward. So pretty soon, it wasn't so much an issue of could I stand up; it was an issue of could I stop in time. Here, it's a little different. It's the balance space window, if you will, is very narrow. That's what I'm learning, and I think I've heard it actually a couple of different times on some other video content as you're learning this thing. So the learning curve for me is being able to stay on, keeping a very narrow window because your feet are only so far apart. And so what I've found that's been very helpful is to be able to get on something that's balance. People recommend along a fence. If you got a handle to lean onto, I've been using our local goal post here, staying on the AstroTurf where it's safe. And that seemed to have helped, is being able to get the motion of going forward and back. And as I've been doing that, I've been learning, perhaps it's just for this particular wheel, on the preferred foot placement. So I'm a little more forward on the foot. Probably the pedal is over the ball of my toe, where at the very beginning it was up more on my toes. And so kind of the next phase for me, I think I'm at the point, again, probably 2 hour elapsed time. I think another 20 minutes or so, I was able to take a couple runs, but what I wasn't able to do is have confidence of carving out a curve. Once I found that kind of narrow window of balance, I was able to sustain it for a period of time, and I was going maybe the length of this one width of this mini soccer field here, but not much further. So I think another 20 minutes or so, and I'm going to be able to have it figured out. So if I'm just going to do a quick camera check here. I apologize again for the audio, but I'm stuck with my headsets. I'm just going to do a little adjustment on the camera here. You can sit and watch as I do my back and forth a couple times to get acclimated. Oh, one additional thing I noticed. There is a little wear and tear on the inside of the calves on both sides. Just minor bruising, but it is something that I noticed. And again, the experienced riders are going to have no surprise about that. So here's what I realized that was really helpful, is once I get my feet on, I'll move forward just a bit, that doing this forward and back motion was actually really helpful. There, so now my feet are a little more firmly planted, and doing this back and forth was really helpful yesterday. And again, I know this is not optimal. Having my brace so far ahead of my body. But I don't have any railings along the soccer field here, so I'm just using what we have. See, I'm pretty speedy. I think I can do this kind of a thing. So that's just kind of short distance. Another few minutes, I think I'm going to be ready to make a little run here. it is kind of fun to be on something that not everybody sees. I've had more than one person come up and say, "I think I'm gonna have to buy one of these things," just while some guy's working out or whatever. So that's kind of fun. Just got to do this a couple more times, and I think I'm going to be ready to take a little stroll. See, it's keeping that very, very narrow envelope here. Okay, I'm gonna step down and then come back. And I know, keep the legs forward. All right, here we go. I still don't quite have that balance of where the accelerometer kicks in and where it doesn't. But it's coming. It's got to be patient with it. Like I said, I'm only about 2 hours into this so far. I've heard from other people it's expect several hours. So that's okay. Just trying to be patient. Like I said, I think I can get going like this. Once I get going, but what I don't have is I don't have a real feeling yet of being able to carve out and kind of staying in that window or staying in that envelope of balance. I get out of that envelope really, really quick. I'm gonna go back to my handle here. I know you guys are probably saying, no, stay away, jump up, you're almost there. I know I'm almost there, but I want to protect the wheel. This is not my wheel. Protect my head a little too. So I can feel one. I'm using my toes now. So my toes are out over the edge of the pedal. And just do this a little more. See, now I'm getting the lean. This was very helpful. I did this for maybe 15 minutes straight yesterday. Not all of it on camera. Didn't want to bore you guys to death. But being able to get that rock back and forth, what that's doing is that's helping me establish keeping both feet coordinated and in sync. And also learning that reverse pendulum. Leaning forward, the accelerometer takes over. Just got to do this. And I can just feel that balance. Very narrow. On my inline skates, I was able to go wide, put one foot out wide, put the other foot out wide, and just kind of feel it. In here, you've got a very narrow balance envelope. I know I'm close. What else? I think this is actually a kind of an ideal wheel to learn on. 16 inches is good. I know I was actually looking for an M10-3, a Gotway, just because I was thinking it would be a good to fit my use case. My kind of use case that I'm planning is kind of a commuter scenario. Live a mile from the train station. My place downtown is less than a mile away, and what I've been doing is I've been using my mountain bike. I've got a lightweight mountain bike, so it hasn't been a problem, except you get on the train, it takes up three seats. I know this, and I know with this, it'll only take up one. So I'm going to pause the film. I got a call coming in. Sorry.